Northern Pacific Airways has taken another step in its journey from drawing board concept to fully fledged airline, officially asking the U.S. Department of Transportation, or DOT, for clearance to fly between Alaska, Japan and South Korea. The airline is eyeing its first passenger flights later this year, pending that all-important regulatory green light. In a May 17 filing, Northern Pacific applied for authorization to engage in scheduled foreign air transportation of persons, property and mail between the United States and all countries with which the United States has an open skies agreement, including the authority to operate via the United States and intermediate points to a point or points within these countries. The filing states, Northern Pacific requests that its exemption authority and certificate authority be granted without delay and remain in effect indefinitely, consistent with the blanket open skies certificates and other open entry certificates previously issued to U.S. carriers. It also says that Northern Pacific intends to start scheduled services between Anchorage, Alaska and Korea and Japan, both of which are open skies partners of the United States, initially via a wet lease with a certificated U.S. air carrier and subsequently with its own crews and Boeing 757-200 aircraft. The filing goes on to say, prompt approval will enable Northern Pacific to begin offering convenient new services to the public between Anchorage and open skies foreign points, including Korea and Japan, services that are consistent with existing and future bilateral and multilateral understandings with the United States aviation trading partners. Northern Pacific's plan to fly from mainland US airports to Asia via its Anchorage home port is something of a step back in time. Until the 1980s, when jets with the capacity to fly non-stop came into service, Anchorage was a popular stopover port for flights between the two continents. Further south, Honolulu performed the same refueling role, as did Reykjavik in the North Atlantic. While choosing an intercontinental flight with a stopover may seem counterintuitive in 2022, Northern Pacific is betting its cheaper fares and the allure of an Anchorage stopover will draw in customers, particularly leisure travel and among those visiting friends and relatives. Northern Pacific's comments in its filing concerning a wet-leased aircraft follow September 2021 news that the airline had secured 5 Boeing 757-200s. In January this year, Simple Flying attended the unveiling of the first plane, a Boeing 757-200 registered as November 627 November Papa. Aircraft databases confirm that plane remains with Northern Pacific, but remains in storage in Renton, Washington. In addition to November 627 November Papa, Northern Pacific Airways has taken November 200 Uniform and November 201 Uniform, both 757-200s and both in storage. Just why none of these aircraft will be flight ready by the time Northern Pacific starts its first services isn't clear. It could be delays with the previously announced retrofitting program, or it could be an operational or certification issue. But what Northern Pacific does make clear in this filing are its first 2 Asian destinations and that their 2022 launch timeline remains on track. Will you be giving Northern Pacific a try once it's up and running? Let us know by leaving a comment. In addition to our daily YouTube videos, Simple Flying publishes over 150 articles every week. If you're looking for the latest aviation news and insights, visit simpleflying.com.